Welcome, it's your boy. So is almost over. That's right, man. We got the Monday night game tonight. But what I'm coming to give you right now is our top 10 overachievers for week 15. Let's talk about it. Our number one overachiever from the quarterback position this week. I was going to throw Goff out there, but Goff's known for throwing up 4 TD games. Who's not known for it is Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield was the number 2 quarterback overall. Who saw Baker going off for 381 yards and 4 touchdowns? Nobody. That's right, man. A lot of people probably benched Baker this week. He is also going up against a weak defense this week and will be in my top 5 starts later on this week. Baker Mayfield, man, kudos to you. Keep doing your thing. If y'all got Baker, he need to be in your lineups. You heard it from the soup. Number 2 overachiever for week 15, Aidan O'Connell. That's right. Where did he come from? This man went and threw up 248 yards and 4 TDs. He was good for 25.92 fantasy points and was the number 3 overall quarterback in standard scoring in week 15. That's right, man. He did his thing. We see you. And out of nowhere, and I hope y'all was starting him this week, James Cook. I had James Cook going in 4 of my fantasy leagues, and I won all 4 just because of James Cook. With 35.1 points in fantasy scoring, the number 2 running back. This man went off for 27 touches, 221 yards, and 2 scores. And he almost had a third. Oh, my God, man. Look, James Cook needs to be in lineups, period. Must start TV. Man, this guy getting 7, 8, 10 yards, a carry, a touch. He was doing that, man. I was watching him. I was loving it. Hopefully you had James Cook in your lineups this week, y'all. Hey, if he wasn't, get him in your lineups in week 16. Sleeper. And he was on everyone's waiver wire. And I actually picked him up in a couple leagues, but did not start him. And I should have. That's right. Minnesota running back Tychandler. He was looking explosive, crisp, looking like it was his job from the beginning of the year. Listen, man, Tychandler goes off number 4 running back in standard scoring this week. Tychandler goes off for a tune of 26 touches, 157 yards, and a touchdown. That's right. That man was on fire. I don't see anything changing. That offense is clicking with that man getting the rock out the backfield. Tychandler needs to be in y'all lineups. You heard it from the soup. Our next running back, and something told me to start him in a league, and I did. Ended up benching a bum who failed miserably this week, and I started Devin Singletary. Listen, guess how many touches Devin Singletary had this week, y'all? 30 touches, 170 yards. Ooh, that is well over 5 yards a pop. More like 6 yards a pop. Man, getting it done through the air. He was getting it done on the ground. If you got Devin Singletary, he needs to be in the starting lineups in the playoffs. 30 touches? Come on. Nobody's getting 30 touches. He ended up number 7 running back overall. If he would have got a score, he might have been up there number 2 or 3. Devin Singletary, get him in your lineups. We're going to go over to the receiver side, man, and nobody saw this coming. Justin Jefferson's back. Justin's going to get all the targets. He's going to get this. He's going to get that. Jordanaddison on the opposite side of Justin Jefferson had 6 targets, caught all 6 catches for 111 yards and 2 TDs. That's right. Jordanaddison, number 1 overall receiver in fantasy scoring this week. Shots out to Minnesota, getting it done. Mullins, getting it done. That's right, man. They had to bench Dobbs. He is not the answer. Mullins, hey, keep balling, player. Next on our board, Jaylen Waddle. No Tyreek Hill, no problem. Jaylen Waddle goes off for 8 receptions, 142 yards, and a touchdown. He was the number 2 overall fantasy receiver in week 15. Man, that man was on fire. And I have no Waddle. I was hurting, man. He beat me up in a league, kicked me out the playoffs. I was sick. But It is what it is, man. It's any given Sunday. And our next receiver off the board who had a huge game, and he didn't have a huge game until the backup came in. That's right, man. Over in Washington, they benched Sam Howell in the fourth. And who comes in? Mr. Get It Done, one of the best backup quarterbacks that has been in the league for the last 10 years, Jacoby Brissett. Not only is he serviceable, but he will stretch that field. That's right. He's going through the air. He got in, hit McLaurin on a couple different deep targets, man. McLaurin ends up with 6 receptions, 141 yards, and a touchdown. Third overall receiver in fantasy points. And he was, ranked 50th going into halftime? Listen, man, McLaurin blew up. 23.1 fantasy points for Terry McLaurin. Great job, son. If they're going to keep Brissett in the game, hey, get those receivers fired up and ready. Curtis Samuel, get them ready. Get them in your lineups. It's going down. We're going to go to the tight ends, man. Huge game. And everybody expected him to have a huge game, but 3 touchdowns from the tight end position. That's right. I'm talking about Sam LaPorta. Listen, Jared Goff went out for 5 TDs. 3 went to LaPorta, man. He is a end zone, red zone monster. That man had 5 receptions, 56 yards, 3 TDs, number 1 overall fantasy tight end this week and in previous weeks. 26.1 fantasy points in standard scoring. Great job, LaPorta. You the man. Continue to do what you do. And I told y'all so. Look, I've been talking about David Njoku for weeks. Ever since Watson went out, get Njoku in your lineups. You got a backup quarterback. They're going to be dumping off to him early and often. Y'all seen it again in week 15. David Njoku, 14 targets, 10 receptions, 104 yards, a touchdown, number 2 overall fantasy tight end in scoring, went off for 21.4 points. If you got Njoku, I don't care the matchup. 14 targets from the tight end position, get them in your lineups. That's it for week 15. Overachievers. Come check us out on our next episode for our top 10 underachievers in week 15. It's your boy Soup. Check me out on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Like and subscribe. Hey, you're looking for the recipe? I got the ingredients. Holla.